He won't. He won't. So we're live, by the way.
Oh,
So everything you say,
well, actually, no, but it's a good question. Because tonight we're at Champlain College in St. Lambert. Come and see us. Come and meet with us. I think Gabriel, you're going to be there. Maybe not. Mike, you'll be there, and we'll have Alexandrine and myself, of course. Jeff had an obligation, but if you wanted to come and check us out, speak to us, we're meeting with students at the Champlain College. But that's why maybe tomorrow morning, because I want to enjoy the cigar. Maybe after, Mike, if you feel like it. I don't know.
wow,
Sure.
celebration,
So yeah.
celebrate,
Oh, we have
celebrate on what?
we have a cigar for whoever wants to bring up the live, and maybe you'll get the cigar.
Yeah.
It's a good cigar
Yeah.
because Jeff can't make it. So there you go. We have an
Oh,
extra
sure, we
cigar.
have an extra cigar. Well, you guys have an extra cigar.
So let's. What's the topic?
Who should be coach?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, we have an interesting conversation in the French on the French version, where we talked about coach versus
Mentors.
mentors.
What's the difference? Do you guys know what the difference is between a coach and a mentor?
I think you had the definition,
Mike, if you wanna read it.
still have it.
Actually, I did. Where a coach is actually based on performance, where the mentor is looking more for the development of the mentee.
Ooh.
So in other words, a coach is a motivator more, right? Is that
Right.
what you said earlier?
Exactly.
And a mentor is someone that's actually done the what
Done-
you're trying to achieve.
Exactly.
So Gabriel, what's your thought on that?
No, I think the definition really says it. There's not much to add, but it's
All right,
Okay,
so I
well,
guess
thank
we're
you.
good.
We're
It's
done.
a wrap.
Thank you for your
It's
good
a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's always entertaining to have you
Well,
just.
so do you think a mentor, if we talk about mentor, because here we talk to real estate brokers,
Yes.
business owners, mortgage brokers, to have a mentor, should you have a mentor within your industry or a mentor in other industry that made it?
That's a good question. I like to go out of the industry personally. I like to go in other industries
Yep,
because I find that if you stick to your industry, sometimes,
you will stand.
yes, because in other industries, they have other visions, other ways of doing things that will pertain to your industry in the end because it's all about business.
Right.
But I think the question is to better understand, do I need a mentor or do I need a coach or do I need both? Because I think there's confusion between them, like we just clarified. But like a guy like myself, Gabriel, I want to know about you and Mike and Jeff. But my personality, I don't need motivation. I'm hard enough on myself.
Yep.
I need more of a mentor. I have mentors in my life, people that bring me that have done things that I have not achieved yet that I will learn from to speed up the process of attaining whatever objective I have. Do you guys know each other? Do you guys know
Hi, Mike.
yourselves
Nice
enough
meeting you.
to understand, well, what do I need? Then there's no wrong thing here. It's just you know what's the thing you need. Maybe you know the knowledge, but you just don't have the drive or the motivation, the encouragement to trust that you can achieve it. That would be what we need a coach.
Right.
Maybe you have that drive and that ambition and that motivation, but you're lacking the knowledge to get to. So what would it be? Who wants to go first?
Well, I was I still have mentors in different industries, because this a bit like you say, I do believe that you can learn a lot from other industry and how you can grow or bring your own, to new a new plateau or a new level. So that's why I do think that mentors or can be very interesting to have in other industry. For myself, like I said, I still have mentors, from different industry that I'm still learning and reaching, every now and then, just to understand where I can, because I did that exercise of, I years ago, maybe like 6 7 years ago, I had a I thought I had needed a coach, but it was at the time where I didn't understand the difference between both. So when I did the coach, after 1 2 session, I was like, I'm not going anywhere, because ended up understand that,
Yeah,
well,
you didn't need
ultimately,
that. You were
exactly,
getting the wrong thing that at the wrong
absolutely,
time.
because again, I was motivating myself already. So.
Gabriel, before you fall asleep, what do you think? I think
I
you
think
need a
it's too
coach
late.
to keep you awake. No,
No.
but what do you think? I think I know. I think I can guess you.
Unbelievable. You would never let me
But
answer.
go ahead, and I'll
No,
tell
no,
you if I was right.
I'm begging for your answer. Please do.
You don't need a coach.
Tell me what I need.
You need a mentor.
Why?
because you're self-driven already. Like
Sure.
you get up quite early. It shows with your your,
Your lack of energy.
your no, you're self-driven. You're just missing, not missing, but you could be missing or wanting more into the how to get to that next level. Maybe you don't.
Do you
But
agree?
No, I do believe that knowledge is the thing that you have to look for the most, and you
For
get
you.
that. For me, well, no, I believe for everybody, but for some people, I think it's applied knowledge.
So I think because
You
I
know,
saw the hesitation in his face, I think he wants both.
no,
Nah, he
No?
don't. He doesn't need coaching.
No. I would cuss off anybody that would try to coach me.
No, he's self.
I don't accept any coaching, but I accept anybody that willing to give me any type of knowledge.
No, but Jeff, you
Right.
you
Very
don't
different.
need coaching either. That's a
No,
for
I
sure
know,
thing. Like
I know.
you don't need it.
But Mike.
No, well, Mike, I'm interested in knowing what do you think because you know.
I think having mentors in many different industries is good because they'll have a commonality, and that commonality, I think, is what can be applied anywhere. If you look at many businesses that are successful, anybody that was at the head, you notice their work ethic and what it is that they do to be able to bring their business to the next level.
See, you don't need motivation either. You don't need the pushing of the you can do it and that kind of stuff. Now, I know coaching is not just that. For those that are going to freak out and write a million comments about, well, it's not just motivation, but you don't need that. You're disciplined enough to
Right.
do the doing. So again, I think that maybe our synergy makes it so, and which is not a bad thing.
Here we have a comment from Steve Tacker that says, mentor to start and coach later in your career." Do you guys agree?
Not necessarily. I appreciate the comment,
Thanks,
but
Steve, for your comment.
yeah, no, I don't think that I agree to the extent of if you're, like I said, I think in the French one, if you're reaching for a
Plateau,
level,
like you said, you plateau. At
Yeah.
A certain point.
now you're going to have to switch and get someone else because if you get to that level and now you attain it through mentorship with a mentor that reached that level but has stopped growing, then you need to go get another mentor that has done something to get you to the next level. So I think it's going to depend upon where you are in your life, and you
I
have to be
do-
honest with yourself.
I
I have
do
a question for you.
Yeah, go
Of
ahead.
course.
When you look at a guy like Jeff Bezos, right? Who's going
Jeff
to be his
Andy,
mentor?
yes.
Who's going to be his coach?
Well, who's going to be his coach?
Well, I
This
think
could be many different people.
I think that's where.
But does he
and-
need a coach?
But that's the thing. So I think that's where maybe Steve Tacker is mentioning. I think when you get to a certain point, or maybe when you get a certain point in your career where you did the mentorship and you did that that level
Where
up
you're
in
actually
your
number
months,
one.
and you are there number
Yeah.
one,
But
and
wait,
now
wait,
you want to
wait.
maintain number one.
You
But
see
again,
him as number one. He's not number one.
but again, they might. I think you get to a point where you want to maybe focus on certain aspect where
That's
you
right, it's
don't
not-
where you're not as good as other aspect, and this is maybe where you want to have a coach.
See, for
to help
me,
you out.
I would need maybe coaching and,
You would
and
need
communication to the team
personal
Empathy.
to be more
empathy.
sensitive to team members.
See,
And
it's-
I'm going to take this opportunity, if I may, to celebrate Mike, Gabriel, and Jeff.
Oh boy.
Julian, it's a given. You're celebrated every day. But for Mike, Gabriel, I have to say how much I appreciate you guys. For real. I'm not kidding. I'm not acting, although I'm a great actor. No, it's fun to come to work. It's fun to have the conversations we have and the challenges. And
It's fun to come to work when you get at work at 10.
Yeah, no, it's fun to be part of a group of individuals that are striving for great things. And I have to say, and I applaud you all. It's
That
my-
smirk. It's priceless.
I want you to replay this before you go to bed every night.
So humble.
Motivating.
This motivation.
My
speech.
wife, Maria, if you're watching, you're going to be proud of me because every night she comes, she tells me, "Why are you so hard on this guy?" or that?"
Why are you beep?
No, but I truly feel that way.
Wow, that's great. So Steve Tacker says bingo. So I think I was right on
Yes.
his comment.
I'm happy
So
that you
thank you.
mentioned that because it's true that there's going to be different aspects.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, thanks for participating. Gabriel, I know you feel the urge to say something, so go for it.
Well, right before he says something, Gabriel, you're the perfect person for this.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm built for it.
so obviously Mellow Group is in real estate, is residential real estate, commercial real estate. We also have our mortgage cabinet now we are also in new construction with our crown project in Ansik. So we'll play this short video that will showcase a condo, model condo. Tomorrow we're actually going to be at the condo, recording our live directly from the condo. This project is exclusive to our broker or member of Mellow Group. So if ever you have any question into how to become a member or a broker, we just reach out, DM or text 514-443-6466 and enjoy the visit. All right, so this amazing project, condo in Hansik, once again, exclusive to members of Mellow Group or brokers from Mellow Group. So you're interested in joining or become a member, just reach out, DM us, and we'll.
Yeah,
it'll be a
every
pleasure.
Wednesday, I think you mentioned it, but every Wednesday we're going to be at the project. So in the late afternoon. So text us, DM us, email us to make sure we're there, and you can come and check it out. You'll get to see the condo, the model home. So let's go back to the topic.
That's right.
How can we pick the coach or coaches or mentors? How do we do that?
Well, I guess you gotta understand what you're looking for ultimately. So if you're
But
looking to get a coach,
let's say you've made that research as to that you had the conversation with yourself.
right?
I need a coach, or I need a mentor, or I need both. How do you go now and find that person? What's the next step?
Well, I know when I was looking for my mentor for multiple mentors, what I did was also did research into ex business industries that I knew were interested and interesting for me, and I started researching of what are they doing, how can I see concretely what they've done and what they are doing so that they can bring me sort of value. So that's how I started my research.
Gabriel, suggestions?
Yeah, it's don't be afraid to ask. Too many people looking for mentors or even coaches are too shy to ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bother. Oh, they're too big. They won't have time. People love to help. You'd be surprised how many are like, yeah, sure, come on ahead. You have to ask. You have to.
And it doesn't have to be a paid thing. Most of the time,
No.
it's free. It's not. That's why I
It's for
said that
advice.
I think when you do too much research on the Google machine, you find people that are charging because it's a service and it's a business for them, versus just looking around and saying, "Hey, would you mind? Would you be open to the idea of?" And be respectful and mindful of their time, obviously.
Of course.
But jump at it if they say yes. And like you said, Gabriel, I think a lot of people will say yes to helping out.
The proof is in the pudding. So I guess you have to verify their track record, make sure that what they've done it so that you can actually look and learn from what they've done in the past. I think that's crucially important for your advancement.
We have to change that expression every time he says that. I feel like he's saying the truth is in the jello.
So here we
Truth
have
is in the pudding.
we have a Gregory T that says, "Do you think someone can be a coach without having done it themselves?"
I'd say so. Yeah, because don't forget now that's where you see maybe you have the knowledge because you've studied it, but you've never necessarily applied it. But you're a good communicator
Yeah.
and you can teach it to
Like
others.
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, wait
Yeah.
a second. What
No,
do you-
it's true because
no, but he's done a lot. What are you talking about? Like
the-
he's
He's done a lot, but I mean, he
He's done a lot of
motivates
speaking.
people in doing sports.
No, but wait, you're mixing up. I think, unless I'm wrong,
Yeah.
and please correct me, but it's not coaching is not necessarily just motivation.
Okay.
No, it's a question.
No, not always. well, it's motivation, but that's also
Well, because they look at
there's a lot of
coaching a lot like
the-
motivational speakers,
there's a lot
But
of
that's not a coach; it's a motivational speaker.
which could be considered as a coach. Tony Robbins is considered a coach also.
Well, not because he's a motivational speaker, because he's achieved great success in many, many different industries and in businesses. So he's also he's a
It's
mentor.
the coach is whatever you want to improve will help you improve whatever is that aspect
the-
into your business, into your personal life, or else. That's what the coach is ultimately. Like the example that Gregory T and I think is a great example in basketball. Greg Popovich never played basketball, at least on my knowledge.
Well,
and
maybe
he
he
won-
played in a non-professional level, or he
but
reached
his yeah, and he
certain-
is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest coach ever.
because some famous coaches have played though. I think
Yes.
there's a lot, the vast majority have played the
Yes.
sport. If we're
But
talking about
they weren't
sports.
They
necessarily
weren't necessarily
expert. They weren't the
all-stars, yeah,
best. They
yeah.
weren't. But enough to you. You need a minimum of knowledge, obviously. I think when you
I think the danger now is that a lot of people proclaim themselves coaches, but at an entry
Yes.
level, and that's okay for someone that has less than them as experience.
How about a lifetime coach?
A what?
a
Somebody that
lifetime.
says that they're a lifetime coach.
No, it's not a lifetime. It's a life coach.
You're a life coach. A lifetime coach. It's a 90-year commitment.
You know what?
with
I like how you
fines
think,
and
though.
Listen,
this
Mike, I can be a lifetime coach. $5 a month.
Your
for the
lifetime
rest
coach
of
is
your
your
life.
wife, Mike. Your wife. She's the lifetime coach. No, it's a life coach. I don't even know. I think that became very popular like a few years ago. It
Yep.
still is, but oh yeah, I'm gonna be a life coach. Look, I think you could be a coach of anything. If we go back to real estate, though, because most of our viewers are in real estate as
Yes.
brokers or as mortgage brokers, I think a coach is good if you're lacking the discipline or the self motivation to push yourself to an objective that you know you can through knowledge achieve, but you're
not necessarily. Like example, you want to learn to be a public speaker, right? And because you get to that level where you're getting all the newspaper wanting interviews, you want it,
Yeah.
but you want to get better at it
Yes.
because you realize that you know what, you might
a
have a
big
TV
part.
show at one
Yeah.
point. So yes, there is that part of say, okay, well, I'm gonna do lives every day, but I can also hire a coach that done it and will allow me to maybe learn quicker and learn
Yes, yes.
faster or whatever aspect that I need to get better at.
So what about
there's
the
also those type
question then
of,
of saying to because this is what I would think to myself, and I'm not saying this is the only way, but I would ask myself, well, who have you coached?
yes,
Because I
that's
want
it.
to see like okay, well, you've helped. I don't know. And in your example, I can't think of a speaker, but it's
But
someone.
they all like Obama. He's been coached.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lot.
I want to work with that coach.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the result of Obama speaking publicly, and I like the way he is. So I want to, let's say that's something that I'm striving for, then I'm going to want to know about that coach. Coach, what's the coach?
Tim Grover,
Tim Grover, who coached Kobe, amongst others, and Michael
Kobe,
Jordan.
Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade.
Yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of athletes.
So I wanna, if I'm into basketball and I'm looking to improve my game, then and I have the opportunity of, or I can reach out to Tim, then that's who I want. But I want to be able to verify. I think that's the key thing here.
yes,
There's a lot of coaches I see in real estate. If we want to go back to real
yes, we
estate,
do.
that I have never heard of, or I don't know who they've coached and what the like. Some of them coached a lot of people, but none have achieved nothing. So I'm thinking.
Oh, I want those results.
Yeah,
Where do I sign?
and I know Gabriel, you talk about that, but there's trainers or coaches in agencies
Yes,
that I know of, without naming names, but they are the coaches and they proclaim, but they've not been able to do anything that I can quantify or see. Or so I'm scared for the people that they're training and coaching because they don't know. So if you put a title on yourself and you say I'm this, well, the client or the who you're working, it has to be able to verify, or you have to come with proof of this is what I've accomplished.
Right.
You have to sell yourself. That's what I'm
ultimately,
trying to say
no, that's what it is.
through concrete example. And so just be careful of who you pick.
Absolutely. So I think with these words, I think we can wrap it up for today. Amazing topics for today. Thank you, fellas, for joining. So we're gonna close up with and thank you for everyone for joining this amazing contest. $10,000 of Apple product that we will draw at the 100th episode. So participate, reach out, go back to episode 1 till today, till episode 100, 100, and enjoy this video. See you tomorrow.
You want to win $10,000 worth of Apple products? It's simple. Stay tuned for the 100th episode of The Growth Show. For every like, share, comment, and subscription, you get an extra entry to our contest.